again.
But are we creating monsters? You know, like those people who are adults who are like, it's my birthday week. And then they're like, I'm going to be on the 1s and 2s DJing on Friday. Saturday, we're going to be meeting up here. Sunday, brunch.
You know, that's like obviously an impression of Wolfie in the future. Welcome to Good Enough.
Welcome.
Welcome to you, Natasha.
Welcome to you, girl.
Oh my gosh, girl. We've gotten some incredible feedback about the show. People are loving it. Some people are saying such compliments as one of your volumes is higher than the other.
Yes, please. Any sort of nitpicking.
Any nitpicky. We love.
Backseat driver. Try to get involved.
When we started this podcast, we said to each other, we want the nitpickers to come out of their little closets and start parsing out whose makeup is better this episode.
Oh, yeah. And also, if you could like zoom in, like just like do that pinch zoom to get like really, really close. Tell me if my lips are wrinkled.
For sure you'll find pieces of my beard. And that's just, that's a little bit extra that you get if you watch the visual part of this podcast. I want to also give a shout out just off of volume. I want to give a shout out to everyone in the movie industry that is not mixing their sound at all. Do you notice in movies, it's like a conversation is like this quiet. And then when there's music, it's so high. When you get a commercial, it's so loud.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, my husband grew up with 2 deaf parents, so subtitles are like a way of life.
You always bring that up to win the conversation. And guess what? You won.
We always have subtitles. Like he doesn't.
I love subtitles.
Subtitles are just always on because it's like what he's used to.
Great.
So I haven't noticed that.
Because you're also watching it on mute?
Well,
you're like,
I'm often
to observe the culture.
I'm often trying to watch things right when my kid goes down, so it usually is pretty low.
That's a pretty
great life.
Way to read. It's a pretty great life. Speaking of a pretty great life, we both had trips. Last episode, it was the first episode where we started talking about how we made our babies. No, and then we had the Kristen Shaw episode. But I feel like what we really held back on, it's a new year. We all ended our years with these big trips. I feel like I learned a lot traveling with my kids. Did you learn a lot traveling with your kid?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's the problem. I'm 51. I'm on estrogen patches and progesterone. And I forgot to bring them to Japan. And as soon as we landed, I hated my family.
This is my impression of your estrogen patches walking into a store that represents your psychology. And they are doing an impression of Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. They go, big mistake, huge.
I don't even know that quote from Pretty Woman.
You don't know. She goes back into the store that rejected her.
Okay, yes.
But you have to imagine Julia Roberts is your estrogen patches.
Okay,
at home.
I like it. I can get into it.
It doesn't make too much sense,
no.
But it's just good enough to be an animated series that I sell. But that is awful. So then did Moshe know that was happening?
I eventually told him because he was like, what is your problem? But it was like, the second we got in Tokyo, we were like staying at like, have you ever been to New Year's Eve in Times Square?
No.
It was like you were being like literally like shuffled into an area to wait to walk on the street. Like there's lines. There was just.
You were in Tokyo during rush hour season.
But yeah, I just like could not get over it. Like it's like we were staying in the middle of this crossroads.
Oh no.
Shibuya Station, I think it was. And I just had never heard anyone say that Tokyo wasn't amazing. And I just didn't know why no one prepped me for the alarming. It felt like there was a state of emergency. The level of crowds.
So
like,
it was
I've never been stopped while I'm walking on a street.
Oh, got it.
Because there's so many people.
Thick.
You can't. It's so thick that like it was just.
I don't like that. But you know what? Actually, Shauna had a full panic attack in what's the Gwen Stefani song? The Harajuku. Oh, yeah.
Harajuku. Oh, that place.
I was like rewinding in my mind. Harajuku.
That is part of Tokyo. And yes, that also gave me a panic attack.
We were meeting my parents and we had been dating for like 4 or 5 years. And my parents, we went to Tokyo because there was a flight deal. $123. New York to Milan, Prague to Tokyo.
You're doing the wrong podcast, girl, because you get first class seats for $200 to European places.
Come for the parenting, stay for the discount, coupon advice.
Do you want to tell us some of your hot tips?
it's just this website called Going, which I liked it better when it was called Scott's Cheap Flights. It really reflected sort of the sweatiness of it, because he'll send you an alert. Now it's called Going. They send you an alert, and when it's a mistake fare, you got to book really quick. So flashback, 12 years ago, we get this alert. Everyone in my family, Apple Tree, all of us, we love coupons. Do you know why I said Apple Tree? My mind's moving so fast because I'm not on Nicorette. Nicorette slowed me down.
Wait, what's Apple Tree?
Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh, right,
I'm
right.
like speaking in too much of a shorthand.
See, I thought
I could say apple tree. The same way I thought you'd immediately know that the estrogen patch was Julia Roberts. It's a little bit quick for me right now.
Well, when I was little, I was the one in charge of cutting the family coupons. You could get like 50% off cereal.
Oh, nice.
And we would have them all organized. And then when you go to the grocery store, you bring your little thing.
That's such a cute job.
It's a little humiliating.
What is it?
Well, I'm just saying I tried to get away from the coupon life. But you seem to be embracing it.
I leaned right in. And so there we are. Our whole family is on this itinerary that's $123. And we're in Tokyo. And I'm kind of like Shauna's culture is different than my family's culture. In my family, we all sit down and eat dinner together. In my family, if your mother requests something you do, it's like very a bit more subservient.
White people don't get that.
White people do not get that.
They're not respectful of their parents, especially when they're old.
No.
This is a general thing, but I do see that. It's like we all have our own lives.
Even just the fact that she's sitting there with all those tattoos is a slap in my mother's face. So I'm like, and this is speaking also to I'm like a younger version of me, but I'm sort of just still really wanting my parents to understand Shauna. And so we're on this trip, and I'm like, this is a great opportunity for them to because we've never lived in the same place, but we're meeting up with them in Harajuku, and Shauna starts having a full panic attack where she's like, I'm going to swallow my tongue. I can't be underground and I can't be above the ground. I'm like, I'm not tracking where it, but I think it is specifically white girls have this. Every culture can have it, but the sort of meltdown, what is it called? A panic attack. A full panic attack she was having. And I just was my parents were like, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know, but we have to go.
Was it from the crowds?
It was from the crowds, I think. It was from the crowds.
Well, the crowds were incredibly intense. I really there's two types of vacations. There's a vacation where you go and you're at the beach and you're relaxing and you're chilling. And
we'll never have those
you're
again.
You're bored. You read a book. You're like, oh, it's only 3:00. It's like your whole body rhythm slows down. And then there are the type of vacations where you need to check into a wellness facility after them because you've been staring at your child for 2 weeks straight, hoping they don't get swallowed by a crowd.
Yeah.
It was just
that's kind of just traveling with kids, though. I do feel, and I feel like I had the trip with Ireland last summer where we brought both kids, and I came home and I was like, oh my God, check me into a wellness center. It was just such a crazy itinerary that no matter what, the pictures, are worth 1,000 words and 990 of them are fuck, shit. It's just I did pack the bag. Did you get the baby bottle? Oh, no, you didn't, did you? And then it's you can't, with the ages of the babies, the little one is 1 and needs so much. And then Wolfie is approaching 8 and can hear everything. So even if you're talking shit, you have to, it's just the hills have eyes. And the car has bags, and I'm the one that carries them all.
But I will say, I really do admire you and Shauna's vacation vibe because I think Ireland was an exception. You guys you're if you have 2 extra days, you both are let's go to this place in Palm Springs. We get a deal. We'll go with the kids. And you guys are just very you feel very simpatico.
And it felt like the dick of the simpatico got cut off a little bit because we overdid it in Ireland. Here's where we made the mistake. Involved. No more hotel rooms for us. 1 baby, you have a hotel room. 2 baby, you have a nightmare. You need an Airbnb. You need an Airbnb. You need a room to put that baby in so that when the babies go like this in the middle of the night. I don't know if you know. They go, one eye opens. They go, ooh, what are my opportunities here? If there's a human in the room, they're like, oh, the opportunity is to wake everyone the fuck up and ruin everyone's sleep. If they see no one in the room, they're like, my opportunity is go back to sleep. And that's what I need my baby to do. So no Airbnbs. And that's what we
no
put all of
hotels.
No hotels. Thank you. And then we shifted, I think, going into our trip to Mexico, because we went to Sayulita, spent so much time with our donor and his family. It was so, so sweet. Huge group dinners. My two kids playing with his two kids.
So the donor now has kids of his own.
Yes.
And they're all, you guys are like this weird, not weird.
You guys are like these weird sort of gay people. These weird lesbians that show up with your strange kids.
I did not mean to use the word weird at all, but like this very
we need to
unique,
clip it.
this like, you're your own special family.
Yes,
it's cool. I want more of that in the world.
Of course
you're making it's by design.
Of course, life by design, life by gay design. And it's really sweet. Like his dad's mother was there. So like Wolfie's very also into ancestry and very sort of like, I have a great grandmother.
Aww.
This is my great grandmother.
That is so sweet. And he really gets that like that the guy's not his dad, or it is his dad, but
he just gets exactly what it is. That he is
he doesn't
biologically
have like a role in like his
he calls him papi. It's like it's exactly what it is. And that's so sweet. Is that like I think that we do a lot of like explaining about like what the shape of like if you were to explain like what. Or Moshe was to explain what having two deaf parents was like. It's like for him, it's like it's just exactly what it is. And I think that's like any sort of family queerness. It's like when you just like lean into the fact of this is what it is, and everybody knows the story. It was just like so beautiful. And then we went to Mexico City, and that is such an amazing place to go to with a family. And I surprised myself, and I think this is your next trip. Will do this to you, where like. When you have one trip that's like so labor intensive and you're like, okay, well, this is what it's like to travel with kids. Then you go into the next one and you're like, I'm going to expect zero eye contact with my wife. I'm going to expect like zero moments where we can like, we have like a 3-beat conversation. And then when it happens, because you put the tablets up, which, by the way, put those fucking tablets up. Natasha and I don't agree on this. That's why I'm looking straight into the camera. Do not trust this woman. She's not taking a tablet at a restaurant. You want to talk about weird? You want to talk about a weird family? I take those tablets out. Oh. And then we could have, like a little conversation. And we had the Airbnb. And Mexico City is just like really, I'd been there on like a girls trip where it was like lots of cocktails and dancing. And this was like, it was so amazing in the day what you can do in Mexico City with your kids. There's like amazing museums for kids. Don't worry, our technician is army crawling across the floor, which should not concern you. You stay locked in. But I say next trip, go to Mexico City.
I think that's a great idea. My friends are there now. They said you do have to get reservations to the Frida Kahlo house in advance because they went and it was all sold out. So that's a good tip. I want to go on a food tour. I think that would be really fun.
You can't go wrong too with the food. It's like everywhere. It's like, as someone told me, the reason why Mexico City is so incredible is because the rents are not crazy high. So it's like really an example of what can happen in a huge city when artists and restaurateurs are like free to actually create without this pressure of like, you've got to be Applebee's by Tuesday.
Right. Well, that's cool. And I also don't want to speak too harshly on Japan. I ended up, on hindsight, really appreciating kind of their quiet luxury at every moment. They just really do things so much better than we do in
it's
every way.
pristine.
It's like your shoes are off. You've got little toilet slippers. You've got a heating is, it was winter, so it's like heating under the table, a little place to put your baby when you're going to the bathroom in the stall. It's
amazing.
They have like a little holder. Like it's like a little
cup holder, but for a baby?
Yeah, it's for your baby. And it's
my God.
Everything, like a little thing for the purse. It's like every single thing has been thought of and then some.
I'm just fixated on this baby holder.
And it's like, yeah, what are you supposed to do with a baby when you're taking a piss
dump
or a dump? in a public stall.
That is
and
really...
also no cold toilet seats. Every single toilet seat, even at like a nasty park, but there are no nasty parks there because it's completely clean. There's no food allowed on the streets. You're not allowed to eat on the street. You're not allowed to drink while you're walking. There's no garbage cans on the street. The garbage cans were in the pockets of my puffy jacket that your wife so lovingly arranged for me.
Oh, she's packing for all of us.
Shauna hooked me up and helped me style myself.
This segment is brought to you by both Shauna and the Embassy of Japan.
Can I say one more thing about Tokyo that I thought was really cool?
No, we are running out of time.
In hindsight only.
Yeah.
Well, they have all these like cool music bars in Tokyo, and I was like so fascinated by them at first because I'm like there was one place we went into that had these 2 massive speakers and they only play classical music, and they have this classical itinerary or like this classical playlist. It's different every day. You're not allowed to talk in there, and it's just like young people writing, old men snoring. It was just like any kind of person, but it was like very gothic looking. And so I went in there for a little bit, and it was like, you feel like you're on like some kind of crazy drug or something. It was just like so cool. And they were changing the music like it was an emergency, but it's all classical, tons of records. So I went to that one. Then I went to this other bar called Flamingo, I think. And that was just playing like jazz standards from 1965 to 1967.
Oh, cool.
And then I went to and it's like listening bars and like white tablecloths.
Did you go to Golden Guy?
No, but there's a whole bunch of them there. And then I went to another bar that was like monks, and they were like actual Zen Buddhist monks, and they were like chanting.
Do monks drink?
I guess they do. They do there. And then I was talking to my friends about it, and I'm like, why don't we have this in America? It's so awesome. And here's why I found out. To get a liquor license in America, Los Angeles, let's say, is probably like, I don't know, $300,000. It's like, that's why. And to get a liquor license in Japan is like $150. So anyone with a record collection, and like Atsuko is there, the hilarious comedian.
I was with her the other night. She had a very funny story about her being in Japan and like 3 Swiss ladies following her around the train station, and she was last. But she, in the story, she goes, I think the Swiss ladies go at a certain point, they're following her, and they turn to her and they go, "Where are you taking us?"
That's hilarious. Well, she is kind of famous there too. Like, she was definitely getting stopped. But anyway, she was saying that it's like almost like these men will just go through divorces and then take their record collection and just open up a bar, and they can play whatever they want, and it's like basically free.
We need more divorce-based
wouldn't that be awesome?
Bars and institutions. We just need more variety. And like LA
listening
is
bar.
so creative. It's like there was like a coffee shop in Mexico City that was like, it's like a little jamboree situation where your kids can play and then you drink coffee. It's like, give me more places with built-in childcare.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, like this whole idea of bars in our lifetime, it's just like they're not for us anymore. It's like you just go there to get drunk and hook up.
Oh,
it's
speaking of which, there is a place
view.
that is for us, which is called Hermosillo in Highland Park, and it is turned into a daycare. This is sort
it's
of
a
like
daycare
this is
or
the
a bar,
Christmas
Sabrina?
future.
This is like your dream.
No, it is a bar. It's a bar. It's a brewery, but it's sort of parents have realized you can bring your kids, and they've turned the parking lot.
Wait, isn't that where you had a birthday party?
I did. Yeah,
I was there with you at your kid's birthday party.
It's gotten to be such a daycare that I actually witnessed a parent on parent like Jerry Springer style fight. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a kid who is crying. The kid is crying, screaming. It's escalating. Now, you know my style of parenting. Some people are helicopter parent. I'm a Waymo parent, baby. Waymo. I am not there. But JK. I'm obviously there.
You're a very present parent.
I just don't love to rush to a crying child if the crying child doesn't have a problem. I love to see what's going to happen. So I empathize with the first minute of this kid crying. No one's beside the kid. All right, fine. Now it's going on like 3-4 minutes. And so this kind woman this other mom walks up to the kid and is like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I just wanted to go in the gym."
How old's the kid?
The kid's maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
And the dad of this kid walks up way late in the game and is like, "Yeah, we're all good, ma'am." And then she is like, "Okay, I was just checking on your son." And he goes, "Fuck you."
Oh my God. Because they're drunk.
Yeah.
This is why they don't do this, Sabrina.
Yes. Well, no, that guy shouldn't ruin it for everyone. Other people are just mildly buzzed.
It's
Okay?
like why we can't
I
live
don't
in
even know-
communes.
no,
Men
but-
are too horny.
Men are, well, this is, if you're going to go there, if you're going to go men are too horny, this is a whole breakup episode. No, men are too horny. And this man was part of the bad, like, I think his personality was bad regardless of drinking. But then he tries to walk it back and like starts talking to this, like the mom sits down next to the dad and they have this kid that's very well behaved. They're like a good family. And the guy goes, hey, you know, I just want to say, like, does your kid ever just act irrational? And the dad was like, excuse me. And he had a British accent, which was perfect. It was like an extra way of owning this idiot. And he's like, but you said fuck you to my wife and I have absolutely no interest in talking to you. And he's like, I'm just trying to explain, where I was coming from. And the guy's like, we don't care where you're coming from. And the mom was like, yeah, we only cared about your child. We don't care about you at all.
That's a good line.
Yes. Yeah.
And also, is he saying fuck you in front of his kid?
Yes.
I mean, that is the worst modeling. I mean, that's how you raise like assholes.
I know. And that's where it's like, probably somewhere in his life, his dad said fuck you to some lady that was trying to help him. And you're like, you know what? We're all just destined to either be awful or not.
I get it. How many of your child's birthday parties have been at a bar? Because I've been to two.
You know what? This is actually hilarious because our first baby, this is, I think, the first baby, if you're going to throw down for a party, it's obviously for the parents.
Yeah.
The kid doesn't fucking know.
Totally.
So yeah, we had, for Wolfie's second birthday, it was at this amazing like prohibition style bar behind, it was Blind Barber. It was in the back. It was open bar, and we did have a Moana drag queen.
It was awesome.
Now, for our son who's about to turn second, our second baby's second birthday party, we're not even going to fucking tell him it's his birthday.
Yeah.
It's just like, keep it cool. He'll have a cupcake. He'll be thrilled.
You're right. Those parties were for me.
The parties were for you,
From
Natasha.
0 to 5.
It was for our friends to come be like, can you believe it?
I want nothing to do with her birthday party now. It's like a 3-day event she has planned.
Oh
There's
my
a
God.
sleepover with 4 girls. There's what does she want to the things that she wants to do are not what I want to do.
The way a 7-year-old treats their birthday party, an 8-year-old treats their birthday party is like a friend that has never booked a job, an actor, and finally books a pilot. It's all they talk about.
Yeah.
They're just like, all they think about is this event.
3-day event. What's up with that?
I think I know what's
One
up with
day.
that. I understand what's up with that. They don't have any money. They have absolutely nothing to their name. And think about like a lot of
this is all they have. Birthday.
After Christmas, it's like that's their one chance to maybe get something. And then it's like, I guess I'll hope for it for my birthday. Like, they have nothing, these people.
But our kids both have February birthdays, and
Yes.
it has been like not even a month has gone by since Christmas, and they're already like,
it's called addiction. It's called addiction. It's like
Yeah,
you could
my
be
kid
sober.
is-
You could be sober all year, but then you get that one glass of wine. You're gonna want some more wine. Like that's like for them, like the treat of having. Oh my God, I've got some of the things that I wanted. I've gotten a bunch of them, and then like, well, in 2 months it's gonna happen again. And the more they talk about it, these kids are smart. They know the more they talk about it, the more you're thinking about it. The more desires they have, the more you're like, well, I guess I could swing that, make that happen. But yeah, Wolfie's obsessed with his birthday. And the other night I made carrot muffins and he took out a candle and he was like, do you think we could maybe sing? And then he was
wait,
so
sing
smart.
for what?
And then he was so smart after his happy birthday.
But it's not his birthday yet.
No, it's in 2 weeks, but he wants it every day. He wants to be to remind people that his birthday, he's pitching ahead. And then after we sang, when I was putting him to bed, he goes, Baba, that was so nice that you made me a little birthday cake.
Aww.
And it's like it was a carrot muffin. It was never intended to be a birthday thing. You suggested that we make it a birthday thing, but your heart is warmed by it. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to make carrot muffins again.
But are we creating monsters? Like those people who are adults who are like, it's my birthday week.
That's
and then they're
me.
like, I'm going to be on the 1s and 2s DJing on Friday. Saturday, we're going to be meeting up here. Sunday, brunch.
That's like obviously an impression of Wolfie in the future.
It's actually an impression of 2 comedians I know, but it was not you. They were male.
I know. I could tell that you didn't like them by the impression.
No, I do like them, but I just think I never thought I've always like been sort of quiet about my birthday.
Well, I think there's different kinds of people. And
also I never really had birthday parties growing up. That might
you
be
know
why.
what I've learned? Don't you feel though, like the idea of you're quiet about your birthday, then your birthday comes, don't you want something to happen?
I
You
do, and I've started to, by design, do
Huh?
my own thing. Like if there's like a place I want to go, I'm like, okay, for my birthday, I want to go to this trip.
Yes.
And it's like, a driving trip. We're going to stay at I want to stay somewhere nice. We'll go for a night. That's my birthday present.
Is an experience.
An experience.
I like that
yes.
too. I want an experience too. Do
Yeah.
you want to experience the meme of the week?
Yeah, let's do it, girl.
If there were one thing that people could start the process of trying to be a better parent, what would be one thing?
Whispering to your kid is one of the most underutilized, simplest strategies. Whispers are so sacred. They feel sacred. They feel like they know they're just for you. Whispering to your kid, like, I just want to tell you, there's nothing you could ever do that would make me stop loving you. Don't expect your kid to say anything, but just that takes 10 seconds. That's the single thing.
Doesn't it sound like she's kind of hitting on the kid?
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
I just want to say you're the most beautiful girl at this bar.
I get what she's saying. Can I just speak that? It's so cringe.
The whisper. I didn't like the way it came across. Although we'd love to have her on the podcast.
She's never coming
Dr.
on
Becky.
here. I'm just gonna
just
make
give
fun
it,
of her.
Okay, make fun of her. Yeah,
it's too much.
it is too much.
I mean, I get that I have a sacred angel living at my house, but I don't know. I mean,
The whispering it would feel very forced. There you are, your kid's doing something, and you're like, with your hot breath in their ear, like, the way you're drawing right now fucking rocks. It's like, doesn't that feel creepy? I think my kid would be like, why are you talking like that?
did I tell you at my daughter's school, they're taught to do like a sing-song voice. So it's like,
I don't like that.
Rainbow.
I don't like that.
There's a girl named Rainbow. Rainbow, come to your seat. And then all the parents come and they're like, Julia, Lucy, time to come. They're always singing.
This is like some right-wing podcast is going to clip. We're going to be the meme of the week on their podcast. And they're like, this is why we need to detonate a bomb on Los Angeles.
Listen, I think Dr. Bex has great advice. I'm just like,
I think that, you know what that advice
why
is
do I
great
gotta
for?
whisper it?
I got this advice for auditions. Choose a line to whisper in your audition. My friend told me, and I've booked things from it.
really?
Yes, it's a choice. You just decide one line is going to be like, well, that's the way I'm going to say that line.
That's pretty cool. Why are you giving everyone your audition secrets?
I don't care. I'll give you my travel tips, my audition secrets. All I want you to do is like, follow, and subscribe. That's all I'm asking from you. And I don't even need you to write a review. Just do the 5-star thing. Don't even listen to the whole thing. Just do the 5-star thing and write a comment about the volume of the podcast if you want to.
Well, the girl from Big Little Feelings said this on a podcast,
What?
and I've been saying it ever since.
What is it?
She said the same thing that woman's saying.
Oh, whispering?
No, she said she took out the whispering part.
To say what?
With strong-willed kids, just make sure to remind them, say there's nothing you could do that would ever make me love you less.
Oh, okay. So the message is good. You're shipping
Yeah,
the message.
I like the message.
And you're slamming the volume. This is our most volume-based episode. Okay.
But you know what? Let's try it. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know anything about parenting, okay? I'm like really down on myself about parenting right now, actually.
no one else I'd want to host this podcast with other than you.
I really think my daughter would be like, why are you whispering, Mom? That's weird.
I'm just sort of waiting for you to whisper a compliment back to me.
Sabrina.
Yeah.
There is no one I would rather get travel tips from.
Oh my God, that's so meaningful.
I can't even whisper.
I know. Well, I'm scared that if I whisper too much, that what if we noticed a huge spike in our listenership right here?
Well, can I tell you something that I've been doing?
Please.
Or did you have something else on the agenda?
No, I'm just.
Well, so I've been kind of like hard on my parenting style right now because, I think my child is having big feelings. Why do we have to say that too?
Your kid's being kind of a bitch.
But I do feel that I realized I was reading this book by Kim John Payne. I really recommend it.
Kim Jong-il?
It's a weird name, but Kim John Payne. And it's called The Soul of Discipline. And he talks about, instead of going from he goes through the whole history of parenting styles, like in the 50s.
The cover is looking a little textbooky.
No, it's not textbooky at all. And get the audiobook. It is so accessible.
There's a canoe on it. I'm seeing.
It is awesome. I am
the simplicity parenting approach to warm, firm, and calm guidance. You read it?
I heard him speak for 2.5 hours
sound like me.
about the book, and now I'm chapter 7 into the audiobook.
Okay, great.
And Moshe's like, he's halfway done, so he and I have been like trying out some of these methods.
Okay.
And the thing that really made me emotional during his lecture was that he talks about, I'll try to truncate it very quickly, but just like, everyone's like, what's your parenting style? You know, like in the 50s, it was like, you're the kid, you do as I say. The 70s, they loosened up, gave him too much freedom. Then in the 80s, they were like, that was too much, let's do corporal punishment. And then now it's like, you talk to your kid like they're an adult. It's like all these different.
Oh, it's like been oscillating back and forth forever.
That's what he's been saying.
Okay.
And he's like, instead of picking a parenting style, he's proposing there's 3 types of parental strategies. There's 3 types of parenting styles for their age. So 0 to 5, you are the
super freak. Super clown.
You are the governor. Okay, so you're like,
Ooh, this.
You're in charge. You know 0 to 5, right? You tell them they can have
You're stealing from their bank account.
Yeah, you tell them what to do.
Yeah.
You know, gently. You're like, and if they have a choice, it's this or this.
Governor.
It's not like,
yeah.
You know, and then
yeah.
Then you go into the age our kid is, the gardener stage. You're complimenting the good thing they're doing. You're helping it grow, but you're kind of trying to lend it towards the thing. And a big thing he talks about is like, well, in our family, we do this. And like, you're really trying to just get rid of some of the bad stuff. You know, you're weeding it. You're trying to create a great kid. And then in the final stage, when they're teens, you're the
gangster.
No.
It better start with a G.
I think it does.
It's got to start with a G.
You're the guide.
The guide.
And then he said too many people are parenting young children as the guide. And I was like, oh my God, that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm acting like she's a teenager and she should just be like, you know, she's like, I want to be a singer. I'm like, well, we need to get you singing lessons. You need to learn piano. Piano is where, you know, it really comes in. And like, I'm acting like she's choosing her college things, you know? And it's like, I really feel, and then he's like, if you got to go back to the governor, you know, like, so I'm kind of trying to just go back to this.
But you're the
simplicity.
gardener now.
I am the gardener, but she's I think needs some of these.
The governor?
Yeah, like I just have given her too many choices. Like we were at dinner the other night and we were at an amazing Thai restaurant. We order a pad see ew with all the other kids. She's like, I don't like pad see ew. And the other couple were with, because I was like, okay, should I get shrimp fried rice? And the other couple were with, they're like, you'll love it, don't worry. And she was like, okay. And then she loved it. And they're like, yeah, we just did a hard sell. But I'm like, my instincts are like, well, if you don't want that, like, let's think of 5 other things I could get you on the menu. It's just like, just narrowing it a little bit.
Narrowing the choices is like, it doesn't work every time, but I'm finding especially, and I'm doing it, it's interesting because Wolfie's 8 and Rowan's going to be 2. It's like, it works for both ages. The governor does still work for the 8-year-old in terms of like, do you want to put your shoes on over here or do you want to go sit outside and put them on? And it's like, it feels like a choice, but ultimately you're giving them 2 choices and both are the result of what you want.
Exactly.
Do you want to eat the pad see ew or do you want to eat this other thing that I ordered?
And I think I was doing that at the beginning, but now I'm just like, she's so willful. Yeah. I'm kind of like, letting her figure out what she wants to do. And I'm just like, I need to put the brakes on that a little bit. I mean, she's a great kid and she's so verbal and erudite. I think that she's like emotionally at that level too, but she doesn't have the executive functioning to be making big decisions.
And I don't have the executive functioning to know what erudite is.
Erudite just means like she just knows every word. You know, like you talk to her and it's like she's ready for a job. But she's not socially or emotionally.
The word for knowing every word is like a secret, like nudge, nudge, wink, wink, 7 syllable.
Doesn't mean knows every word. I think it's just like a verbal sophistication.
Got it. All right. Know? Well, I guess we all have it on this podcast. Let's have it? I got it.
I mean,
let's see if our listener question of the week is erudite. Let's see what kind of word palette this friend is using.
Let's hear it.
Okay, apologies as I'm doing this on my pumping break at work.
I can hear the pump.
My older son got into a free preschool program out here, and Everything has been great with his care there. It's an in-home daycare. And the woman let us know, since I was very pregnant with my second, that she would be totally willing to take the baby. Gave us a really great deal, so it was really hard to say no to that. So we said yes, and as it turns out, he is the only baby. There were a few other women who were pregnant at the time, but they opted not to bring their babies there. And with that means that he's basically not getting any individualized care. They bring him out into the big kid room. He's not getting the sleep that he needs. She's kind of got some old school boomer mentalities in terms of he didn't seem like he was tired, so I'm not putting him down sort of thing. So it's not really working out great for us. We're looking to pull him and put him into a daycare with a lot more infant experience, but we're going to keep our older kiddo at this other daycare. So my question is, how do I break up with this care provider when I'm still going to have to see her every day? Have either of you been in a situation like this? How does this need to go?
So
How old's the baby? I mean, does it
the
really
baby,
need to
she's
be?
still pumping.
It doesn't need to be playing with other babies, does it?
It doesn't, but I get the feeling she's just like, I don't sense that my baby's being well taken care of in this
see.
place. My older kid is being taken care of. It's the interesting thing to me about the question is like, you are so well within your rights to be like, oh, there's no other babies here. Let me solve this problem. I'm going to take my baby, put my baby in a place where they take care of babies. And then my older one, we love the way you're taking care of this one. I love the deal. I love your place for my older one. It obviously is not a place for babies. Otherwise, you'd have other baby customers.
See, you're so direct. I would just make up a lie.
What would you say?
I would just be like, oh, my mother-in-law is going to be, watching her, but thank you so much. And I'll let you know if we need you to watch her again. But awesome job with
Oh,
Josh.
that's good. And I bet that she will choose that one. I can tell from the way she was asking the question, because I love to lie instead of getting people to be mad at me or feel some kind of way, hurting people's feelings. I would rather lie often than hurt people's feelings if the lie is not gonna help anything. But I do think it would, as someone who's like, you are gonna continue having a relationship with this daycare, it's good for them to know, like, if you are taking care of a baby, you probably want more. The fact that there's no other baby customers there's no other like dedicated room for baby. She's talking about like they're putting the baby with the older kids. That's dangerous.
You're right.
It's just straight up dangerous. So it's like because you're invested in this place, because your kid is in this place, it's like good for this business owner to know this is the feedback on my experience of you taking care of my baby. So maybe don't even invite other babies to be here, because maybe you specialize at like a certain age group upwards.
I hear you. Well, I think definitely they won't be mad for long.
They won't. I don't think they'll be mad at all. I think, to be honest, if I'm going to go deeply, I think you're probably so tired right now, and you're like probably considering people's because you're probably like in this place. Maybe it's just because the breast pump was going that I'm like your life is really tough right now. You've got a lot going on with the two kids that are daycare level.
And I also didn't hear any big vocabulary words.
No, she's not erudite right now. She's lactating, and she's got the two kids that are under the age of school level. And you're like probably putting more energy into this person's reaction than needs to be there. But if they have a weird reaction, then you might not want your other kid there. And then you got a pickle. So you maybe just lie. Just decide which version of us you're going to be.
Oh, I have a good one. I have a good one.
Yeah.
You just say, like, you just lie by omission. You're like, hey, it's just going to be Josh this week.
And they're like, why? You're like, the other one's dead.
No, you just are like, come on now.
The other one was taken away by the government.
Hey, this month. This month is just going to be Josh. Because you also don't want to burn a bridge. You trust them enough to have some, maybe
you're starting to get afraid of this daycare person. I think she's scary. I think this daycare person is scary. Anyways,
Yeah.
just maybe play her this episode. Tell her, hey, I listened to this great episode on a podcast about parenting. It's called Good Enough. Like, follow, subscribe. Send her this episode, and then
Because
it's all there.
The truth is, you know, as a parent, what's good for your kid, and you know that this isn't the right thing for your baby while you're at work. So it doesn't matter how you say it, as long as you get through it and say it.
Speaking of intuition, I know as a podcaster, we are nearing the end of this podcast.
No way, that was so
we are.
fast.
Time flies when you're having fun, honey. Guess what? It's time to do. It's a favorite segment. People write in. People literally from a lot of Japanese people writing in, being like, "When are you going to do another put in timeout?" Is that what we call it? It's the segment where we put something in timeout. Do you want me to go first, or are you going to go first?
You go first, and I'll think of one while you go.
All right, so then you have to say, Sabrina, what do you put in timeout? Because that's how it goes.
Sabrina,
Yeah?
what do you put in timeout?
Thanks for asking, Tosh. I put in timeout, where is the footage of Victoria Beckham dancing at Brooklyn Beckham's wedding? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I heard you talking about it earlier. Again, I'm offline, so I don't really.
Okay, so what happened was Brooklyn Beckham, who is the son of Posh Spice and soccer star, has come out with this, like, you know, like, if you were
How
online,
old
you'd
is
know
this
that you get on
child?
stories. He's like old enough to be married. He's probably like 25, 26,
Whoa, they have
27,
a 25-year-old?
28, 29. He's married.
That's funny. I'm the same age as her, and I have a 7-year-old.
Yeah. Well, look, so you're the same age as Posh?
Victoria Beckham?
Yeah.
Isn't she 50?
Yeah. Great. Fantastic. So I can't believe that this is where we're at. Yeah. The Spice Girls are in their 50s. In my mind, they're simply 25 and doing backflips. I'm like, okay, I put in timeout. So he said, my family values public promotion and endorsements above all else have always been what came first. And so the way that he's saying, he's basically exposing his family for being like fake. And he's saying that his mom, one like kiss of death to his relationship with his family was that his mom like danced too hard at the that his mom stole his first dance. So he was about to have his first dance with his wife.
Wait, he wrote all this on the internet?
Yes, dude, he's fully exposed them. This is actually my nightmare. Imagine your kid did this.
Oh my God.
Did an Instagram story that was like 10 slides long exposing how fake you were.
Well, now I'm interested. I didn't know that. So I thought
what I put in timeout is, where is the footage of Posh Spice stealing, because you know there was a videographer, stealing the first dance and, I don't know, grinding up against her son?
We just have to like hope that he's telling the truth.
Well, what we can also do is, I just posted it today. AI is doing an incredible job at this. AI. There's some incredible AI little mini docu-series of like fake videography footage. So that's what I put in timeout.
But what really sucks about this is, even if the footage doesn't exist, he's, propelled to he hates his mom.
He hates his mom.
And he hates his dad.
Yeah. But there's also, now they're like putting out footage of like them on red carpets. And I think his mom is seeming quite cold to him.
I'm sure.
There's one where he like is about to touch her back and she's like kind of like irks away, which I'm like, I can't imagine doing that to my kid, especially at a step and repeat. I can behave myself at a step and repeat. So that's what I put in timeout.
I love it.
Remember back in the day when I used to write them down and get all nervous?
That was
now,
cute.
They barely make sense.
Wait, what's it called?
Good Enough, the podcast.
No. What's it called? What's the thing called where you don't think you're good enough?
Oh, imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I want to put in timeout my imposter syndrome with my parenting specifically, because I also have it with my career. But I really noticed I have with my parenting, and I'm like, I always think I'm doing something wrong, and I'm always like asking a million people, and I'm always reading these books, and I'm always crying at a lecture because I realized I've been doing it wrong this whole time. And I really do think that the fact that I care enough and I'm devoting so much of my life to trying to become a good parent and trying out different things, I want to put that, I want to stop doing that.
I love you putting that in timeout. And you know what? The real pickle is, who do you blame for that thinking? Your mother.
That's true.
She didn't do a good job. I'm kidding.
You know,
but it is like it is like I think that was like part of what we talked about when we were like thinking up this podcast is like it's just so easy to start under or second guessing and everyone's like aiming for this idea of perfection. And I think there's so much like virtue signaling and parenting when the way people post about their kids. I mean, Victoria Beckham, that's like a great example. There was a whole documentary I watched and I'm like, this is the most incredible family in the world. And I'm not saying that what Brooklyn Beckham is saying is like means that they're a piece of shit family. What it is like every family actually has flies in the ointment. It's not no one, no matter how much you have, or if your parents are therapists or you've read every parenting book, no one's doing it completely perfectly right. And I think raising your kids to understand that we're all trying is the best.
But the proof is in the children. I mean,
it's in the pudding, actually.
That
your kids eat.
You know, Patti Smith, the second she had kids, she like moved back to Detroit and raised them all. And then now she's back in LA. You know, she spent 20 years in Detroit raising her kids like normal people. It's like, what do you expect from like the Beckhams?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
it
definitely factors into how I want to raise my, like, I don't want nightmare children who.
That's why I don't want my kids in private school.
I don't think all private schools create nightmares.
Well, we're going to ask our next guest that.
Oh, yes.
And I'm not saying we batshit these, but we batshit crazy. This has been another episode of Good Enough.
Okay.
If you like Good Enough, please like, follow, and subscribe. Good Enough is produced by Lego. Just trying
Adult Lego.
Just trying to get sponsors.